But here here with my brother, my friend. We are talking about 40 plus years worth of friendship.
Yeah.
Mark Lewis, boss with Shock Wavz.
Yeah.
International volleyball player both on the hard court and on beach now. Have an executive position in volleyball in the Caribbean, trying to make big strides and coming back to his country to uplift volleyball. My brother, welcome our manners. Yeah man, straight.
Yeah.
Blessings. We're there in a Shock Wavz tournament. I say, yo, I can't make an opportunity pass. We get an interview with Mark. Third year in tournament running. Mark, tell them how Shock Wavz are going. What are your plans going forward after this competition ended this weekend?
Alright, you know, so everybody, it's so ironic that me I did this interview with this man right now and him just asking about Shock Wavz. And just like you, him gonna be shocked to know that him start Shock Wavz. So Shock Wavz start with Stugu because Stugu make me start play volleyball. Yeah man, you remember that too?
Yeah man, a long time.
Yeah man, long time from high school days.
Yes sir.
And even before that, so yeah. I go tell you, I go in the history and then I can answer a question. So me and Stugu go so far back from, I think Stugu was my first friend from infant school.
Yep.
Stugu was my first friend from infant school. We got infant school together. We left infant school and we got South Primary together. We left South Primary and we got Mannings together. Yeah.
Split our college.
Split our college. Now from we touch primary school, Stugu did always want to teach me something. He want to teach me how to do this, he want to teach me how to do that. When we reach high school now, boom. All I can play like a football, like a cricket. You see me, that's all I want to do. Stugu tell me, say, yo, come and teach you basketball. You look like you're going to tell me teach you basketball. My friend this. He said, man, teach me to play basketball. And make me almost get basketball scholarship.
Yep.
Yeah man, play for Mannings and all of them things there. Next thing my boss teach me how to play volleyball. Fool around from cadet one evening. And I see boss I set some ball, my boss I work on him set. And me just go there and me talk to him. You know, me just go and catch a ball and catch a ball and catch a ball. And then me I say, yo, me just tap a ball over in it, Boss I said, you know. Yeah man, and from there so, see it now, the man come interview me. I saw Shock Wavz start. Alright. So Shock Wavz, yes, this is our third year in the making, and it was a brainchild of mine from, I believe, from 2001, 2002 when I went to the World University Games in Guadeloupe. And it really opened my eyes into the possibility. That was the first place that I saw like a real tournament, and that, you know, people love the sport of beach volleyball. Never mind that I played a lot of beach volleyball before that at Alfred's Ocean Palace.
Yes,
you know,
where it all started.
Yeah. Again, another step in the ladder to get to where we are today. Alfred's Ocean Palace.
Yes, sir.
You know, Alfred, Damien, Lally. You know, everybody, Oliver,
Godfrey,
yeah, Murdoch,
Carnegie, Scotty, always Chana.
And then Chana, we drive the car one ladder, so all of us come and grill in a one ladder.
One ladder.
Yeah, man.
And then one Caldina.
Romeo, one Caldina. Our deportee.
Yeah, one.
Yeah,
straight.
You know. And for the youngsters who don't know what we are talking about a Toyota wagon.
Yeah, station wagon. Yes, sir.
Toyota station wagon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you know, I've always loved organizing events, and there are some times that I would go to an event and I would, this is as a player now, and I would think, you know, it would be nice if the organizer did this or did that. And from then I just always had the drive to do events and just listen to the players and listen to the spectators to find out what it is that they like, what they don't like, and then try to always make an event that falls in that sweet spot. So we are here third year running, and it is growing. I love what I'm seeing. I love the fact that we have pretty much a 50% average, 50% of the players are under 20.
Yeah,
I love that.
Other young players, upcoming players, learning the game and you know, enthusiastic about playing beach volleyball, especially, not just volleyball.
Correct. And they're technically sound.
Yeah.
They just need a little bit of practice, more competitions,
like and more exposure.
Yes. I believe Jamaica has a bright future as it relates to beach volleyball.
Alright, well, I'm in first year being at Shock Wavz, but I always support Shock Wavz. Mark know and my brother, me always try my best for send me athletes them come at coach at From Technical, so I try to send me athletes them come for give him some support, because that's one of the things where we as black people, and I'm not go afraid to talk, who want vex, we as black people don't support each other enough, and we need to take more pages out of the other ethnic groups page or books for support one another, because black people have a bond but we don't utilize it. We usually only come together when, you know, somebody pass, or, you know, it always a sad time when we really pool together or come together. But Shock Wavz is my first time here and it was exciting. You know, saw my athletes play, you know, I did the, you know, some of the photography and videography, me and Nandino, one of our former teammates also, and it was exciting to see people really showing up and playing and enjoying themselves, and you know, in this environment, and nobody no quarrel no go on the whole weekend, nobody no fuss, none of that. And it just shows that we have, if we have more events like these, the possibilities are just endless. Love. You know, just straight love and respect. And the fact that Jamaica has so much talent but it's not been exposed, and Mark has brought this tournament to really bring some leverage for Jamaica when it comes to beach volleyball, because we have the opportunity to spread our wings in another sport. Because volleyball, people know, every time they hear volleyball, is most people know volleyball as where you play, and the girl play volleyball, and volleyball only play indoors. They don't really know a lot about the beach volleyball. So Mark bring a different dynamic to, you know, with this tournament annually. I hope say it can be possibly a biannual thing, because I'm always willing to jump on board, and at some point me I go reach to the level where I can say, Mark, I want to be a sponsor with this tournament, and more have to give back more to the tournament just because my brother put it on, and also for the development of volleyball, especially for the younger generation. But Mark, we're here, and I want him more of a, what are your goals and aspirations as it has to do with volleyball and the development of volleyball on the national and international level for beach, since we're at a beach tournament, or the end of a beach tournament? That is what I want from you.
All right, so what I want and what needs to happen, there may be two separate things. But for me personally, I am hoping that we can get rid of some of the bureaucracy and some of the politics that happens behind the scene, because for me as an athlete, as a former athlete, one of the pulls for me when I started playing volleyball was competition. There was competition. I could see people playing, even if they were better than me, I got a chance. So my vision or my goal for beach volleyball is to have more competitions, more persons who want to do competitions, and to just create an environment where it's easy for sponsors to come on. If I have a promoter that wants to do it but doesn't have the know-how, they could reach out to me and say, hey, I want to do an event, what do I need to get in place? And I will help them with all the paperwork and all the technical things that they need to get it going. So that's one thing for me, getting more competitions out there, and just to have persons walk the walk and stop talking so much, because we talk a lot about sports tourism. Errol said earlier that, you know, it's beach volleyball, and beaches, we have beaches everywhere in Jamaica.
Across the island.
You know, we don't have to build a facility, and you know, if we're talking about sports tourism, people come to the Caribbean for sea, sun, and sun. And we have it here, and we're not utilizing it very well. So I believe that we should look to grow our beach volleyball stock, you know, introducing it to high school students and just getting more people involved in the different areas, because it's not only playing. There's always room for coaches, there's always room for referees and other officials, you know, people just being a part of the structure, because many hands make work light.
Boy, brother, that, trust me, all of that is, yo, it's a bright future. There's a bright future for this beach volleyball program and beach volleyball in Jamaica. And you and I have had conversations, you know, I'm still trying to get a sand court built at school, because I'm really going to invest in developing beach volleyball players, which I've not done much of. I've had players coming in tournaments, but specifically beach volleyball, because I realized the need for it and the ability for it to grow, because there are less players. It's easier to get 2 players and a coach to be sponsored than 12 players and a whole team of 4 to 8, you know, officials to be sponsored. And also it's just to give a different dynamic, give somebody else a chance. Some persons are good at hardcore, some persons are good at beach. You know, sometimes the person might be able to play both, but sometimes they don't correlate based on how the skills are learned and the ability to adapt to the different playing aspects of the skills, right? But Mark, we want to focus a little bit more on youth development. You know, I have a few persons and I who are talking about developing an academy for sport generally. And beach and hardcourt volleyball are 2 things we are trying to add to it also in the parish of Westmoreland. So I'm not talking about Jamaica now. So that's a conversation you and I need to have outside of this interview. But we are trying to see how best we can work on the younger kids in sport, 5 years to 11 years. That's the group, that's the target group for us, because we realize that a lot of Jamaicans, we still are powered by talent more than, you know, having years of experience to work on from basics up to advanced. And that is one of the things that I think destroys a lot of athletes when they go on the international level. The basic football they're still learning as they are adults, and that should have been at 13. They should be proficient at the basics. They should be now learning better strategies and ways how to develop at the highest level, because most countries have 13-year-olds that are making senior programs, or even a part of the senior program, which you and I were advanced to some level by the age of 15. We're in national programs. So last question, what is next for Mark Lewis now that you're no longer a player but a coach and administrator, facilitator of volleyball generally? What is next for you in terms of growth, in terms of, it can be in terms of advancement, whether it is paper in terms of you getting another certification, or growth and development as it has to you establishing new programs, or trying to create something for yourself as it has to do with the sport of volleyball?
I will start by saying this. My one goal every time I do an event or anytime I do anything with beach volleyball is to inspire at least one child, because I am that one child, you are that one child. And you know, this whole weekend, like today we had at one point, we had all the members of the Vikings volleyball club that won 12 consecutive championships. Yep. 12 consecutive national championships, and all the players were there on the side. And everybody, I could say, at this stage in our lives, we are doing okay. We are still alive. We're pretty much healthy. Yep. And we are contributing positively to society. So in whatever I do, I may not be playing, but as an administrator, as a coach, as a promoter, I'm always thinking about how can I inspire that next child, just one child, to be better than he or she thought that they would be without volleyball, right? So as an administrator right now, I'm working with as the chairman of the Kosovo Beach Commission, and I've been tasked with just to get more competitions going on throughout the region, getting coaching programs in place to make sure that there is support. So yes, we want volleyball to improve, but we need to make sure that the coaches are there, that we have systems in the different associations, the different national federations, that everybody is up to speed, so that when we get to the national level, we are not learning the basics, but we would have completed steps 1, 2, and 3, and now at the elite level, it's time to go. Right? So that is my role now as an administrator. As a coach, I don't know, like I have a mentality right now with social media and everything. So everything that you want to watch, anything that you want to do, anything at all, it is on YouTube, it is on Instagram. right? So I always try to let my players know that don't depend on the coach to inspire you. You have to inspire the coach. You have to know where the knowledge is.
Yeah.
You have to be hungry for whatever you want, and then you get a coach that will help you to foster that development and to guide you along the way. Right. So as a coach, I would say to all the youngsters watching out there, there is no quick way, there's no easy way. I know a lot of clickbait is out there. That's the fastest way to do this and the fastest way to do that. I could tell you that is the fastest way to fail.
Yep.
But consistency, dedication,
Discipline.
listening, and learn from your mistakes. You never fail until you stop trying.
That is it.
Yeah.
That is it. Yeah, man. We just we carry Mark a little bit. Dylan isn't here, and DNA, God rest his soul,
Yeah.
isn't with us anymore. We brother that for life, and we have to give thanks. My brother, thanks again for the interview. Say growth, love, and respect every time, man.
Yeah,
All right, see you again, because we have to do this one more time.
All right.